Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to Pace Yourself. I'm Mia Pacey, and today we're going to be talking about the order of the decision element outcomes in Flow and how important they are for the Salesforce records. So here we have a case that's in my DevOrg, and in the fields on case, you've got type, case reason, and a bunch of others, and priority. The type one has some various pick list values, so does the case reason. The org has a requirement that depending on these values, so case and reason, we want to determine the priority so we can have a better order of when our cases get actioned based on priority. So I'm going to jump into the flow I've built for this, and it's a record triggered flow. It gets triggered when a case is created, and it's every time a case is created. The first thing we're going to do is actually decide on its priority. So here we've got the requirement to look at those fields, and in my decision element, I've added some outcomes. So the first one is electrical, and I'm looking at the case type field to see if it equals a pick list value electrical. And same goes with breakdown, but it's looking at the case reason field. Now you get to this one, which is a structural and a breakdown. So we're looking at two fields, and they have to both be equal to the values that I've put here for it to go down that decision outcome. And then feedback, which is also a pick list value on case reason. Then the last one is the default outcome that I like to just rename to be more descriptive of what actually is occurring. So we'll have a look here. When it triggers the case and a record is created, the first thing that happens is Salesforce uses this outcome order to actually decide on the path it takes. So it first looks at electrical, and it says, does this case record have the type electrical? And if it does, it goes down that path. If it doesn't, it continues on to the next one in this order from top down. So it goes, does this case reason have breakdown? If it does, and it continues down that path. If it doesn't, it continues on. But you get to this one and you see that it actually does have the case reason breakdown, and it might have the case type structural. But Salesforce didn't even look at it because the one above is breakdown was true. So it looked at it and said that equals breakdown. I've got nothing else to do, so I'm going to go down this order. It forgets that there's even anything left to assess. So it does not assess all of these paths equally. That's really important to remember. You have to structure your order of outcomes in your highest priority order. So you definitely want it to always do this one first. So what I'm actually going to do is change the order to have structural breakdown the first thing it looks at. So it assesses if the record meets this criteria first, and if it does, it updates its priority to high. The next one we look at is electrical. That one also is very important, and so we're going to actually say it is also high, but I'm not going to add a new element here to do the same thing. I'm actually just going to connect the element. So I hit the plus icon, connect to element, and I chose the update to high priority element. So back to our decision, the breakdown is now true because it did not meet the structural one of the first outcome. And this one now creates a medium priority case. So the same with feedback. I want that also to be medium because that's quite important for people to acknowledge. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to connect it to the medium priority and have it continue along the flow. So the last one is the all other combination, which is our default. And we've actually added a update to that one, and we're just going to leave it as low. So everything else gets done ahead of anything other than these combinations. So I hope that's clear for you. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Happy to help you as always, and looking forward to seeing you on our next one.